So one of the things I've been playing with is generating daily rankings based on the scores that took place the night before. So these are the rankings for December 4th, 2024. The idea behind doing daily rankings is so that we become familiar with the different teams. And so at the end of the season, when it's time to make brackets, you can look at all the different teams that have ascended and descended in their rankings to give you an idea of what the season was like, as opposed to having just your normal rankings that are driven by the polls. So we analyze the teams based on five different factors. The first factor is winning percentage. So winning matters, but not all wins are equal. Beating a highly ranked opponent counts more than beating a weaker team. We adjust for when where the game is played, and winning on the road is tougher, so it's rewarded more. The second factor is strength of schedule. So this measures the quality of opponents a team faces. Beating tough opponents consistently boosts your rank. If you're coasting against weaker competition, you won't stay on top for too long. The third factor is net rating. So we use net rating, so how efficiently teams score and defend to measure overall performance. We adjust for tough schedules, so great defense against great teams stands out. The fourth factor is quality wins and bad losses. So teams get bonuses for wins against top opponents, especially ranked teams, and they're penalized for bad losses. Consecutive losses also hurt more, so we're trying to focus on consistency. And the fifth factor is poll integration. So we look at national rankings like the AP poll and we use them as a reference. And we try to keep the focus on performance, so it's not just driven by a popularity contest. So the rankings recalculate every night after games are played. So the rankings adjust to fresh results. So when the national polls are released weekly, the algorithm integrates those rankings and recalibrates them to reflect the new data. And so I'll show you the rankings for today, December 5th, in just 1 second. So today's December 5th. So after last night's games, this is how the rankings change. And again, the goal here is not to necessarily get the rankings correct in terms of who the top teams are. Obviously, that is an objective. But we also want to see how performances change from night to night and how polls change from night to night. So that, if you follow along, you have an idea of who the teams are and how the season has been shaped. And hopefully that will help you when you generate your tournament brackets at the end of the basketball season. So some of these are going to be funky, some of these are going to be interesting. You could obviously debate and question the methodology. That's fine, but the focus here and the intent here is just to generate weekly polls based on what's happening, and so that you become familiar with teams that you might not become familiar, might not know, so that you have an idea, hopefully, theoretically, of who might be a Cinderella in March, if you're not an avid watcher of college basketball. Follow, like, and comment. Hopefully this creates a bit of discussion. And again, the objective here is to give you an idea of what teams could make a run in March. And so you see how that season progresses on a nightly basis. I'll post these as much as I can, and hopefully this will help you out with your brackets in March.